Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am back here with another day in my life. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Nikki, and I have been making these day in my life videos a lot recently because I'm just having so much fun sharing the beauty that I see in my everyday life. Today was a little bit more of a full day. Dan and I ran errands together. I got some beauty treatments done. I did some cooking, some grocery shopping, and I'm just excited to bring you along. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up if you do like it. So with that being said, let's hop right in. So I'm starting off this video with my outfit of the day, and I have to say, that rhymed, my favorite thing that I am wearing is my sweater. I recently purchased this from Madewell. Considering my very new plant obsession, which pretty much only started once I moved to Nashville, this sweater just felt so appropriate. So I paired it with some black skinny jeans and my sparkly flats that are still one of my favorite pairs of shoes from Teeks, and that was my outfit. And so Dan and I headed out on this beautiful spring day to just run a bunch of errands together, and per the usual, guys, you always got to dance in the car. If there's music on, I pretty much can't help but move. So today we decided to get lunch at Chopped. I have shown you guys this restaurant before, but I really like it. It's mostly a salad place, but they do little wraps and bowls as well. And it's not only super cute, very aesthetic, but their food is just delicious. And they're basically highly customizable salads that are chopped and mixed together in a way so that every bite is pretty much the perfect flavor combination. As you can see, they have endless options for your salad. And then they even have good drink options, and they serve your salad with a slice of local sourdough bread, which is super yummy. If you're curious as to what I got on this day, I got the Mexicali vegan, but then I added in, I believe, pickled onions, falafel, and something else, but I can't remember. Oh, and feta cheese. Obviously, I make my salad not vegan, but I start off with the Mexicali vegan, and I got the green goddess dressing that comes with it as well. On this day, it was beautiful outside. I've mentioned to you guys that the weather is really starting to take a shift in Nashville. We will take any beautiful day we can to go outside. So we ate our lunch outside and just chatted and enjoyed the food and the weather and each other's company. So after eating our salad, we made our way over to a place that we go to called PAI Medical Group. And I've gotten so many questions on this because Dan actually had a hair transfer surgery last year to fill in some areas on his head that had thinned out. And I have been working with PAI under their laser machines to help regrow thinning parts of my hair in the front of my head. I've been using this in conjunction with Rogaine, and the two together have worked just amazingly. I'm so excited to see how much more my hair is going to fill in the next 6 months. But I tend to just chill out, look at magazines, reply to texts. That's a big thing. I sit there for 20 minutes, and so I'm usually taking some time to get back to people. But on this day, there was a beautiful Condé Nast Traveler magazine that was all about different beaches in the South, and so I really liked exploring that. So after our appointment, we made our way over to Cool Springs Plastic Surgery to their new Brentwood facility. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning. And to those of you that don't know, this is where I go here in Nashville for all of my skincare treatments. I work with a woman named Heather Happy, who I'm obsessed with. Don't mind my awkward face. Dan made me do that. As I was saying, I work with a woman that I love named Heather Happy. Not only does she have the most beautiful porcelain skin, but on top of that, she's just the most kind and knowledgeable person. She's just so knowledgeable about skincare and treatments, but like I said, she's also kind. She has, I guess you would say, great bedside manner. Heather is one of those people that will never make you feel uncomfortable about your beauty treatments. If you are someone who has suffered with acne, you might know what I'm talking about. Sometimes, or really any skincare condition, but sometimes when you're working with estheticians, you can stumble upon someone who might make you feel less than or just uncomfortable during your procedures, like you're not enough. I realize that sounds very deep for a beauty treatment, but it's true. And Heather just makes you feel comfortable and at ease and beautiful and seen and heard. This is all like very dramatic sounding explanation for my esthetician, but I love Heather so much. And if you're looking for someone and you're near the Nashville area, I highly recommend her. So on this day, I got a laser treatment. I believe it's called BBL. And I was there because I got another laser treatment that I will be doing a video about called the Halo. And while I loved the results, it left my skin a little bit pinker than normal, and we felt like it was just pink for a little too long. So she had me come in for this treatment because she said it was going to basically pull the red out of my skin, and let me tell you, it definitely did that. You can't necessarily tell right now because I just got the treatment done, but it worked wonders, and I can't wait for my next one. I literally saw immediate results with zero downtime. While I was there, she actually offered to wax my brows too to get rid of some of my stray hairs, and that was great with me, so we did that. And then after this, now this is something that I don't know if a lot of you know, but I almost would call it like microdosing of Dysport, which is basically Botox, about 2 times a year, 3 times a year. I am very sensitive to it, and so I'm able to do like an abnormally small amount because not only, like I said, am I sensitive, but also I like to maintain as much movement as possible. But I like the concept of the Dysport kind of helping to lessen the indentations in my forehead. Oh, look. I saw Heather and Olivia. They were on the sign, just figured I'd get that shot. Don't mind me, guys. Sometimes I'm just in a silly mood, so let's just roll with it. So after that, we made our way to Costco to do some grocery shopping. You guys know Costco is one of my favorite grocery stores, and we just picked up a bunch of food really in preparation for my mom to come to town. The funny thing is, at the time of me doing these voiceovers, we've already eaten through all of this food. My family eats so much, and we eat a lot of produce. But anyways, back to this day, I picked up mostly produce to cook with, and yeah. You guys know I've been obsessed with making asparagus lately, so I had to pick some of that up. I haven't bought lettuce in so long because my tower garden has been making tons of it, but I'm growing too many varieties of food right now in my tower garden, so I did need to pick up some lettuce. And then I also picked up a block of the best Parmigiano Reggiano, and then a block of this Swiss cheese that is so good. Does anyone else live for these moments with their dogs when they get home and they're like overly excited to see them? I love it so much, especially because for a while Bowser was climbing on our couch when we were gone. And so when we would get home, we would be angry at him, like, no, Bowser, you're not supposed to be on the couch. And it took a few times, but he eventually figured out that the frustration was tied to him being on the couch. So now he is very excited when we get home and we tell him that he's a good boy because he was not on the couch. So at this point, Dan made his way outside because he wanted to build this arch over our garden. We're planning on planting sweet potatoes in our spring garden, and sweet potatoes give off like a bunch of vines. So Dan is actually going to kind of bring the vines over the top of the arch. I think that's his plan anyways. The outdoor garden really is Farmer Dan's like area, but that's kind of, I think, the plan. So at this point, it was late afternoon, early evening, maybe 5-6 o'clock, and I decided I wanted to take a shower. So this is gonna be weird, but sometimes I bring drinks in with me. So I brought up my passion fruit LaCroix. Also, I love adding a couple of drops to the floor of Eucalyptus radiata, and it actually reminds me of California. So before I hopped in, I turned on my diffuser and I decided to diffuse some Stress Away. Stress Away is one of my favorite blends of lemon and lime and vanilla, copaiba, and then I added a couple of drops of tangerine, which is another one of my favorite single oil notes. So once I hopped out of the shower, it was time to make dinner. So I started off by making some asparagus. I know I told you guys this recently, but the trick that one of you shared with me of breaking off the woody ends individually rather than cutting them off with a knife has made all of the difference in my asparagus. It makes it so that the whole asparagus is very tender because each asparagus has been individually tended to take the woody tip off the end, if that makes sense. So I laid it on my cooking tray and then I drizzled some olive oil on top. Followed it up with some pepper. Then I added a little bit of organic garlic salt. And then I also added some red chili flakes because I will find any reason to add them to a recipe, as well as lemon juice, which I will find any reason to add to any recipe. Then I massaged the asparagus in my little concoction with my hands. Now, at the same time, I was boiling some mini potatoes, and I actually think I uploaded my last video and this video out of order. The last video contained a lot of my leftovers from this night. So I boiled some mini potatoes, I steamed some green beans, and then while those were cooking, I had to show you this mug that my friend Casey and Savannah gave me. They collaborated with a local, I guess you would call her Clayworks artist here in Nashville called Sylvan Clayworks to make this mug, and they gave it to me. And I just think it's so amazing. So if you're interested, this is a collaboration they worked on together. And if you use the code HW10, you can get 10% off this mug. So I will link that down below. Now, while my food was cooking, I decided to try this Republic of Tea apple cider vinegar packet. I had purchased this about a week or so beforehand at the Turnip Truck, which is our local health food grocery store. And it was so good. And it made me feel good to be able to get some apple cider vinegar in my body in the non-traditional way because it was actually really tasty. So while my food finished cooking, I made my way upstairs and I did some editing. So as the sun was setting, Dan decided to plant our potatoes. We're going to be planting sweet potatoes as well, but Dan really wanted to plant just some regular potatoes as well. I don't know what kind of potatoes these were, but we'll just call them regular potatoes. So he planted those in our garden bed, and so it was super fun and exciting because that is the first plant that we have put in the ground this spring. Look at how good that looks with the arch. And even though there's nothing growing, just seeing it all being tended to is very exciting. So then I made my way inside and I started to construct my little plate. This is similar to what I did in the last video for dinner. I was inspired by Annie Jaffrey and all of her just kind of random food plates she makes. So I had some leftover quinoa. I scooped that on the plate, and then I also scooped my green beans that I made, which I just stirred with olive oil, lemon juice, salt, pepper, and fresh garlic. And then I scooped my potatoes and my asparagus on the plate as well. Now I also had some leftover lemon garlic aioli. I use this stuff for all kinds of things, and I scooped that onto my mini potatoes. Side note, how beautiful are those dark purple potatoes? It's amazing that grew from the ground. So I also decided to take a scoop of this significantly spicy hummus that I purchased at Aldi. If you missed my Aldi haul, by the way, now you know it's there. And then I chopped up some cherry tomatoes and just added those to the center of my plate with a bunch of pepper. You guys know tons of pepper with tomatoes is always the way to go. And then I grated some of that Swiss cheese that I picked up at Costco earlier on top. And that was my dinner. And let me tell you, It was so good. Just like I said in the last video, all of the random flavors, I am definitely like a mixer with my food. So getting a bunch of different flavors just makes me so happy. So that is it for today's video. I will hopefully see you guys back here very soon. And like I've been saying at the end of all of my videos lately, if you made it this far, be sure to check my info box because I have been doing secret giveaways. They're not really secret because I announced them to you, but they're for people who are paying attention to my videos and checking out my info boxes. It's just a way for me to say thank you to you guys for all of your continued support over the years, whether you're new or you've been here from the beginning. I just appreciate you guys a lot. So check that out. Good luck to you all, and I will hopefully see you back here very soon with another new video. All right, bye guys.